Why, hello there!
Hello.
Welcome to the All Rango
Hello.
podcast.
Yeah, man.
No, we have more than just a Rango questions. We have a couple of other types of questions, too.
That eventually tie into Rango.
But yes, hello! Happy Thursday, in which we chat with Doug and Rob. Rob is here. I did see actually a question directed towards you, Rob, so you don't need to turn off your camera and just take a nap, okay?
Oh, man.
It's about Rango. No.
I was gonna say,
But yes, hello everyone. I hope you're having a good day. I see we are already on a level 2 hype train. Appreciate y'all so much. But so we are probably.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. I'm gladly distracted by Cat. But yeah, let's go over the rules so that we can start getting to some of these questions. And get the burning answers to your burning questions. There was a lot of burning there. I'm sorry. I should go see a doctor about that. But I'm just kidding.
Or burn ward.
Or a burn ward. Anyway.
Puppet Burn Ward.
First and foremost, we're going to give priority to the bit messages since that is some real world money spent. Please do not repeat yourself over and over and over again in chat. You could get timed out or even banned if you're going to keep doing it. That does also include some of the bit messages. I do have a list. Do not worry. We will get to it. Obviously, we get behind. Sometimes it's longer than you think it will be before we get to your question, but I swear I've got a list. We will get to it. If you highlight a message, it does not guarantee that we're going to see it or answer it. Please wait to highlight your messages if you have a question until the end when we actually have time to look at it. If you highlight it now, I can't necessarily scroll all the way back up and check it out. Please watch the length of the questions. I see there's already some, like, novellas in chat going on here. I tend to read them really fast and then just lose the point of the question. So the more succinct and to the point it is, the better. Please, no spoilers. Not everyone has had a chance to see all the newest stuff. I haven't watched Peacemaker yet. Some people haven't had a chance to see Book of Boba Fett, etc., etc., etc. Point is, no spoilers, please. Is that it?
I think that's it.
One other thing. Maybe make sure that someone else hasn't already asked your question. Sometimes we get a lot of repeat questions. So maybe just make sure that someone else hasn't asked your question before you ask it. We always feel bad if, like, you've given some bits and I just have to be like, oh, this is the 4th time we've answered this question. So sure, yes, that's how we feel about the Moon Knight trailer. We've already said it. Okay, moving on. You know, so just maybe
I just saw that one pop up again.
Yeah, maybe just check. Maybe just check. Okay? Great. Awesome. All right, I think that's it then. So, let's rock and roll here. Space Coyote, thank you for the 50 bits. Appreciate it. Hey, Doug, did you get a chance to watch Never Too Young to Die? It's a so bad it's good hoot. Also, I think you'd love the Batman Arkham games. A lot of the animated series voice actors return for it.
I play some of the Arkham games. I do really like it. I never played one all the way through, though. That I should probably do. And I have had this one recommended before, though I have not seen it, but I've heard of it. I will at the very least try to check it out at some point.
Flame Reaper Man, thank you for the 50 bits. I generally agree with your standing on the movie, though Rango's lack of character was intended to emphasize his journey to find an identity and place of belonging, partially shown by the fact he's a chameleon who can't blend in. But don't get me wrong, I get where you're coming from.
I get that, and the issue with that is that then why am I watching someone without an identity? Why is that interesting? Like, at least if the side characters have more interesting identities. But then again, that's part of the journey is finding an identity. That's why I go back and forth on it so much. I was just telling Rob and Heather, I think the review's kind of a mess. I kept retooling it over and over and over because I kept changing my mind so much on it. It was always kind of middle of the road, but yeah, I don't know if I'm satisfied with it. So just know that going in, anything you're about to say, I'll probably be like, yeah, it's a fair point, because I keep going back and forth on it too.
Flame Reaper Man, thank you for the 50 bits. Also, Rattlesnake Jake is far cooler than you give him credit. I understand why you didn't think much of him as the mayor character who is legitimately boring and has a weird effect on Jake's impact as a character. Jake doesn't appear much in the story, which affects time to shine, yet his presence and impact stayed with people so much they forget he's not the main villain. Most videos talking about this movie frame him like that when in fact he and that was it.
Oh,
So I don't know if it cut him off
All
or
right.
what, but
To be continued. No, he looked great and he sounded great. I love the bass on him and everything. No, if anything, I wanted him to be the main villain because he looks so great. And I love the idea of, like, you know, the legends being faded out and stuff. There's so many good setups in that movie that are starting to be taken advantage of, and then they kind of got to do something else. So no, I'm going with you. I would have liked it more if he was the main villain because I thought he was so cool.
Alexander, thank you for the 50 bits. Hi, Doug. Have you seen Hotel Transylvania 4 yet? And if so, thoughts?
I'm literally watching it right now. I stopped it to come here and do the Q&A. I'm going to finish it up when I get back. It's all right. I like it better than the last one. I'm not liking it as much as the other two. But I do like it more than the last one.
The first two were my favorite. I saw the third one. I'm just like, it's all right.
It's better than that. But when you watch it, you'll definitely see like some of the issues and stuff. But it's not bad. It's not bad.
Flutter Guy, thank you for the 500 bits. We super appreciate that. Hey, Doug, loved the Rango video. Watched your 10 hated cliche video shortly afterwards when I got the misunderstanding cliche entry and thought to myself, does that include that scene from Princess and the Frog where Tiana thinks Naveen abandoned her to marry Charlotte on that Mardi Gras float? I just don't think I've ever heard you bring up that scene before.
It usually goes along kind of with the liar reveal, just something that results in an unnecessary third act moping. So that one doesn't bother me too much because it's very, very quick and it's very short. But yeah, if they just dragged it out with her saying like, I thought we had something, I thought we blah, blah, blah for like 5 or 10 minutes, I'd be like, oh my God, I hate this. But
It's the amount of time wasted that's the problem.
yeah, I think it's
The
thing with
longer
liar
you waste
reveals,
time on something, when you know where the story's going, like
or add something new to it. Yeah. Or in a lot of Adam Sandler movies have that, like in Wedding Singer, when Drew Barrymore knocks on the door and the bad girl opens it up and she's like, "Oh, he doesn't love you anymore." Like those kind of misunderstandings where it's like, "Oh my God, we're just gonna drag this out more. Oh, just get together already."
Flame Reaper Man, thank you for the 50 bits. Quick question. I actually mentioned Ringo in one of these streams in like November, I think, and wanted to know if that's what made you take another look at it. I don't know how far ahead you plan your review, so I was just curious.
I don't remember. Somebody did bring it up, and I said
think multiple people have. I think that's what made it like it's not just one person.
Yeah, November's a while ago, but I think a couple did. Every once in a while, I get requests for it, and I'm always like, "Oh yeah, like you do have thoughts about that. Like I should talk about that because it's an interesting movie to talk about as well." And like I was saying, I feel like I should have done another run through with it. I should have waited like maybe another week because like I think it's like I feel like I could form my thoughts better if I gave it a little bit more time.
That Disney Nerd, thank you for the 21-month subscription. Welcome back. Super appreciate that. Hey, Heather, Doug, and Rob. Hope you guys are doing well. 21 months, baby.
Yeah, thank you so much.
woohoo!
Flame Reaper Man, thank you for the 50 bits. Cuphead show trailer dropped. Personally, I think it has potential, but I don't think Mugman and Cuphead's voices sound right. You?
I never thought about what their voices would sound like. Honestly, it's because it was always like
I for some reason thought they'd have this like Bosco kind of sound, but maybe that's because of the animation style. So.
I love how fluid the animation is. It'd be cool if we got more shows like that. I'm wondering if they're gonna do that with that and like Has Been Hotel and stuff like that. But I mean, nothing looked mind blowing about it either. But I kind of like that. It's like, okay, it's not blowing its wad in the commercial, so yeah, I'm excited for it.
Flame Reaper Man, thank you for the 50 bits. Want to know a cool detail about the animation in Arcane? Of course you do. They didn't use motion capture.
Oh, I believe that.
I honestly didn't assume they did.
I'll
like,
say
it was
this.
so stylized that
It was so stylized. I know, but
shot in a way.
I get why someone would think that because there are so many little subtle touches and how they move, the expressions they give, and little things set up that you would think, oh my God, they must have. But
and some of the action storyboarding was very kind of like Sam Raimi in the way it executed a lot of shots. So I could see why people would think that. But yeah, I didn't actually assume that. Which is another reason why I don't know, I really like that show.
It's so good. Yeah, it is really good.
Alexander, thank you for the 50 bits. Hi, Doug. Which moment from any Hotel Transylvania movie made you laugh the hardest?
Man. Oh god, I don't know. There's so many good ones.
I want to say whatever it was probably in the first.
Oh no, I know. When I guess it's not really a spoiler, but so in the second one, they're trying to get the kid back, and they're trying not to let Mavis, the mother, know, and they get back and say, "Well, we were looking after him the whole time. What are you talking about?" And she plays a video that somebody recorded at the camp of him saying, "Oh, the mother's loopy. She's crazy." Now that's funny enough. That's cute enough. But somebody takes it. Wasn't just that. It was a video that somebody took and they remixed it to a song so that it plays over and over and over. She's crazy, crazy. No, she's loopy. She's crazy, crazy. No, 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 loopy. And that just made it so much funnier and that scene so much more painful. And that just made me laugh really, really hard.
Big Mac, thank you for the 100 bits. If Darcy wasn't played by Kat Dennings, do you think you would still hate the character?
Not as much, but it was never a great character to begin with. It's a perfect storm is the problem. I don't like Kat Dennings, and it's a bad character.
And it's the writing isn't great for the character.
Yeah, no. It is one of those where it's like a good comedian can make those lines work, but scratch that. A great comedian can make those lines work because they're not really good lines. It's possible, but I'm not going to act like, oh yeah, anyone can do this. No, it's very difficult because that's not really great writing.
So you're saying Kat Dennings is a great comedian?
No, because she didn't make it.
Flame Reaper Man, thank you for the 50 bits. Hey Rob, did you take a look at X-Arm, at least the trailer?
Yeah, I saw the Crunchyroll trailer. Maybe I gotta watch an episode. The trailer didn't do it any favors. I was just kind of like, oh, it's that kind of CGI animation I'm not super into, and it didn't say much of anything. So I don't know. Maybe I'll just check out an episode.
That Disney nerd, thank you for the 100 bits. It's my 26th birthday today. Happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
Yay! Welcome to your mid-20s. Everything just gets worse from here. No, I'm just kidding. I love my 30s. I'm just kidding.
I will say this, though. Hold on to your 20s for dear life.
Even in your 30s and 40s, hold on to your 20s.
I don't know, man. I'm liking my 30s more than my 20s so far, but I don't know.
That's cool.
Sergeant Dog Dirt, thank you for the 100 bits. Have you ever checked out the YouTube channel Nemo's Dreamscapes? They're some of the most calming videos and great to work with.
No. Let me see if let me make sure I haven't seen it before. Nemo's Dreamscape. Oh, okay. Yeah, I know what this is. It sounds funny because I know, like, was it Lolly Girl or Loffy Girl, whatever it's called, like those kind of videos where there's some picture and there's music that's either in the other room or like it's relaxing music or something. I get why those are popular. I don't really listen to those because when I work, I really need to be focused on the work. So they're cool. Yeah, they just I get too distracted by it, so I can't really listen to them.
Framizer, thank you for the 50 bits. Enjoyed your Rango review. If you hate the Liar Revealed cliche, then you're gonna hate Dear Evan Hansen.
I hear that's in there in the musical. I hear it's in there, but it's done well. It's not done in the movie, apparently. Did you ever see that, Heather? Or no,
I never saw the movie. I have no interest.
Okay.
If I'm gonna watch West Side Story before I watch Dear Evan Hansen.
Yeah, no, you know what it is? I hear it's boring. That's where it's like, oh, like that's one of the reasons I haven't checked it out yet, because I guess some people are saying, oh, it's like the new Cats or something, but most of the people I know that have seen it are just like, it's so dull, it's so boring.
I know, guys, thank you for the 50 bits. Have you checked out the trailer for Moon Knight? If so, thoughts? Also, I recommend Smiling Friends. It's fucking hilarious.
I saw a little bit of Smiling Friends, and I did see the one just because I wanted to see it. I skipped forward to the one with James Rolfe.
Nice.
And then when I saw it, I'm like, where the hell was he? And I had to look it up. I'm like, oh, he's the devil. Okay. Yeah, I like that show. And was it Moon Knight? Yeah, I thought it looked good. Looked neat.
Very excited for the show.
Do you know more about?
Yeah, I used to read some Moon Knight, and like I'm excited to see where they go with the character because he's kind of a badass, and it does look like they're not going to shy away from some of the like insanity of the character. So I hope they don't shy away from some of the like insanity and brutality that is really baked into Moon Knight as a character.
It's a show, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, that's cool. And does it have something to do with dreams? Am I right or no?
Yeah, you'll see. I don't want to for
Okay.
people who don't know about the character, I feel like you should experience it a little bit for yourself.
Yes, I like stuff that like ties into dreams, but also like like a cool drama or continuing story, stuff like that. So yeah, the idea of like a Marvel superhero that ties into dreams, I think would be really cool.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. Oscar Isaac is amazing. So
yeah, it's just cool that he'll be in the show too. He's been in movies for so long.
Yeah. Flame Reaper Man, thank you for the 50 bits. Did you hear about how an asteroid almost hit Earth?
Are
you talking
shame.
about Don't Look Up?
I was gonna say, it's like I saw that movie.
I saw Don't Look Up, which said something about how it was loosely based on true events, which I was like, okay, sure.
Right, okay.
Very loosely. I know, guys, thank you for the 50 bits. Do you plan on reviewing any video game movies this year, like Warcraft, Mortal Kombat 2021, Assassin's Creed, Uncharted, or Sonic the Hedgehog 1 or 2?
I mean, I gotta do 2, because that's coming out. I'll bring my little Mario shield or something when I review it.
Please wear a Mario hat to that
yes!
show.
Oh my god, I totally want to do this now. I'm totally gonna just to get the hate even more. I could love it, but I wear the Mario hat just to get some people to hate it. And I do have the new Mortal Kombat on the list. I keep pushing it off because I'm always like, well, does anyone really want to hear about this? Because people were excited and then it just kind of disappeared. But maybe that's all the more reason to talk about it. I don't know.
Dillbomb, thank you for the 50 bits. Favorite line in any Star Wars film and favorite Star Wars character?
Any Star Wars film. I mean, it's such a cliche, but I do really like do or do not. There is no try. I just think that's just nut up, man. Just do it. Don't be like, oh, I'll try. No, you're going to do it or you're not. There's no in between. I just love it. So aggressive. It's so yes or no. It's so absolute, even though only a Sith deals in absolutes.
I mean, my favorite character would be Yoda, but Empire Strikes Back Yoda, not the other Yodas.
I kind of like Return of the
Favorite
Jedi.
line? Okay, that's same thing. Like the first trilogy Yoda. I like just all of the banter between Leia and Han in particular. I can't pick one. Empire had a bunch that I really enjoyed, though my favorite might still be just in A New Hope when they come back upon the Falcon and the Death Star and she says, "You came in that thing? You're braver than I thought." And he's just like, "Nice."
Dillbomb, I just read that, sorry. Antari, thank you for the 100 bits. Doug, I know you said you play Telltale's The Walking Dead when you're looking for a palate cleanser in between games, so here's a great idea. The game is laid out like a series with 4 seasons, 5 episodes max. Why not play season 1, then Disney season 2, then Disney, and so on.
Well, when we hand you our schedule, you can plan it out. No. We'll see, man. I don't know. There's a lot of things I thought, with streaming and everything that would go one direction, instead it's going another. So it's we gotta just play it by ear, man. We'll see what happens. I do want to play them, but we gotta just play it by ear.
Gary Turbo, thank you for the 50 bits. Before we start, a moment of silence for the Dallas Cowboys. They shot themselves in the foot and blamed the refs.
I missed him, man. Yeah, I really Super Bowl, unless it's a Chicago team, Super Bowl is the only football game I watch every year.
I sure as hell don't want to see the Packers in the Super Bowl.
I know, guys. Thank you for the 50 bits. Can you give us a clue as to what your new show is about? Is it like a podcast? Also, this is going to be fun. The Batman will be 3 hours long.
Oh my god.
Oh, why?
Is that
God, I thought the
confirmed?
Nolan films. I want to see the confirmation on that.
And I think I said this before. It's just a reworking. Of the Doug reviews.
Yeah, don't get your hopes up. This is not some giant.
Yeah, it's
we don't want to oversell this. Yeah.
No. It's a reworking of the Doug reviews.
We're just going to make it slightly more official instead of just Doug,
the crappy wall behind me and stuff.
Yeah, but I mean, don't think it's something huge. I don't want you all to be like, "Oh, I thought this would be so amazing."
No.
Anu, thank you for the 50 bits. Well, 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 what have we here? The Walkers in detention for making trouble in Teacher Heather's class? Nah, I'm kidding. How are you guys?
Good.
I thought he was going to say Santa Claus, huh?
Ooh, I'm really scared.
Cameron, thank you for the 77 bits. Hey guys, guess what? I just got promoted assistant manager to my workplace. I'm both excited and a little nervous.
That's a good combo.
Yeah,
the
congrats.
excited means you can enjoy it, and the nervous means that you care about it and you want to do well.
Keep you on your toes.
Yeah, good combo.
Sergeant Dog Dirt, thank you for the 100 bits. Have you considered a review of the McDonald's cartoons that were produced by the same studio as Rugrats?
I used to get a lot of requests for those, and then they kind of disappeared. I never have seen them, so I should check them out. I should at least see them. If they're really friggin' insane, maybe I will review them.
I'm almost positive my mom has some of those old VHSs still at my house, because we used to be obsessed with them.
Huh.
Yeah, maybe that's...
I barely remember them. I would have been too old.
Yeah, I think we just missed it, because I do remember a lot of people saying, oh, we grew up with them, we watched them over and over and over. So, I don't know, maybe I might even make a good freak show cinema, actually, because they do look a little weird.
They're a little strange.
Pinky Flowers 10 is claiming Batman's going to be 5 minutes short of 3 hours.
Wow. Oh, yeah, 3 hours.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I know, guys, thank you for the 50 bits. There's going to be a Chicken Run sequel titled Dawn of the Nugget. It's set to star Zachary Levi, aka Shazam, and Bella Ramsey, the voice of Hilda from the show of the same name.
Okay. I mean, where do you go from there?
Right. That Disney nerd, thank you for the 100 bits. Rango is the only Best Animated Feature winner I've never seen. I've heard nothing but good things, but I've never felt the need to rush out and see it. You know what I mean?
It's worth seeing. There's a lot of things in there. Because like I said, I do remember when I saw it, I was like so turned off by the Lyra reveal story. But like I said, I've opened up more to it. But even then I was like, man, that animation was something. Man, like a lot of the atmosphere was really cool and everything. So I can't see anyone seeing that movie and getting nothing out of it. Like it is worth seeing, definitely.
Dillbomb, thank you for the 50 bits. This is a very important question. Your favorite Lord of the Rings character?
I know mine.
It's Legolas.
Well, wait, are we talking movies or are we talking books?
It just says Lord of the Rings character.
Lord of the Rings.
My two are both.
Well, then what is it, Rob? Share.
Sam's a close second, but Boromir.
Boromir, okay.
I'll say in the Bakshi one and the book, I'll say Aragorn. Aragorn, I can never even say it right because I always hear the British Aragorn. Yeah, I love in the Bakshi version. I thought, man, that dude's a ranger and he can be king, and I never quite got that out of Viggo Mortensen, even though he looked more the part. But yeah, whenever I think
one has John Hurt's voice.
Yeah, no, and
yeah,
says, like one of the greatest actors. Yeah, and that's one of the things too. I'm just like, when I think like, just what would a proud, strong, smart person do? Like that's one of the people that comes in my head is like John Hurt as that Aragorn.
I liked Viggo Mortensen.
I know, guys. Thank you for the 50 bits. Lin-Manuel Miranda is extremely quickly becoming one of my favorite creators right now with Encanto, Vivo, In the Heights, and his directorial debut, Tick, Tick, Boom. I'd be surprised if he didn't get an Oscar.
I forgot he did direct that, didn't he?
I finally saw it this weekend, and holy cow, it's so good. I'm
good?
a musical person, so I was like, yes.
I'm
not a musical person, and I thought it was good.
Okay, all right. I should check it out then, because that was one of those where I'm looking at this like, all right, this is either gonna be great or awful. Like it almost had a Dear Evan Hansen.
Andrew Garfield is so good. He you can't
always good.
I know, but you can't not
actor.
love his performance.
I'll say this, Doug. Whenever you think it's going too far in that kind of direction, it pulls back just enough. It does get close. There's some moments where I'm like, this is really schmaltzy, but it works.
but like Heather said, that's part of the Broadway musical, kind of all that stuff. It's always a little schmaltzy. So all right, no, I'm curious to check it out.
Sergeant Dog Dirt, thank you for the 100 bits. Question for all, what's a classic star from your past you'd love to see have a modern career today?
Like dead or still alive?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm assuming still alive. Oh, maybe I mean he's still working and stuff like that, but see Travolta make another comeback, that'd be kind of cool.
That would be his
'Cause
what,
he's-
third or fourth?
Yeah, but like I don't want to say he's in the doghouse, but a lot of people are just like, oh yeah, he has some bombs, a few in a row and stuff like that. But it's like he seems like such a genuine, fun, nice guy. It's like, I don't know, let's do with him like what we do with Nicolas Cage. Like let's make like the memes kind of like come to life and give him kind of another, resurgence again or something. I think that'd be fun.
Kevin Spacey, where did that guy go? No, you know what? It's not. He still does work. It's just. I just want more Christopher Lloyd back. You can never get enough of Christopher Lloyd.
Oh, well, Sergeant Dogdirt is specifying dead. At first, I was like, "Why are they saying that in chat?" And I was like, "Oh, because it's their question, like someone who's dead."
John Travolta after he died.
I want Bob Hoskins back. I loved me some Bob Hoskins. Not fair that he's dead.
Doug, you got really blurry. I don't know what happened,
Oh, no.
but you got blurry.
Is that better?
Not quite. I don't know what happened.
No?
I'm gonna blame
Huh,
your cat.
so weird.
So,
It worked?
it'll fix itself. M Tapid, thank you for the 100 bits. It's currently 18 degrees in Chicago. Is this too cold for you, or do you like it?
It all depends on the wind chill for me.
Reinvigorates me. No,
Yeah,
actually, this is too cold.
No, like it was 9 degrees when I went out to take like the garbage out and stuff like that. And I was saying to myself, like I went out in my pajamas, and I'm still like, this is fine as long as there's no wind.
And this is why
there
you
wasn't
can't
any
sigh your children, Doug.
wind. Wow.
No, I think the perfect temperature for me in winter is like close to about 30 degrees. I'm like, that's fine. Once you start getting in the 20s, I'm like, all right, it's cold. When you get below 20 degrees, I'm like, okay, I don't like this.
When the year that I lived in Japan, in Tokyo, it was perfect winter weather for me, which was like it dropped down to like 20 a couple of times, just enough to snow and be beautiful, but then melt in 2 days. But most of the time it was like 40, which was perfect.
Sounds like a Seattle winter.
Yeah.
WWE, thank you for the 50 bits. Have you seen any of Shaq's current commercials or roles? And if so, has he gotten any better at acting?
I mean, I don't think it matters.
I hope he hasn't actually, because
yeah,
that's his
it's like
charm.
we see Shaq to see Shaq. We just want him to be himself.
Not acting is his bread and butter.
My favorite is he's on, I think, like the Frosted Flakes box. There's Tony the Tiger. Haha, and he just has an look, and I don't know why it cracks me. I'm just like,
Oh my god, I was taking a
Gotta
sip
show
of
'em what you
beer
can do.
as you made that face, and it almost went all over this microphone.
just look it up. It's so funny.
Who did the Shaq impression on Mad TV? That was always
Is that
my
Aries
favorite.
Spears, I think?
Yeah, God,
Yeah, like the
so
eye a little bit
priceless.
too.
Yeah, he would go a little cross-eyed. And he's like, "Well, I'm gonna make some points, but I can't do the free throws." It's just nuts.
Dillbomb, thank you for the 50 bits. Full House hatred aside, were you ever fans of Bob Saget's comedy?
Oh yeah. Oh, my god.
Are you kidding me?
Oh,
Outside of Full
Lord.
House, he was hilarious.
Um,
Honestly, like he was probably my favorite on Full House, just because I think he knew how to deliver that schlock in such a way. But I liked him on
yeah,
America's Funniest Home Videos too. For what it was dad jokes, but like he kind of sold it.
Yeah.
I liked it when he went on SNL and he did a parody of all that. I feel like that was the beginning of him saying, "Hey, I kind of like just going really mean and raunchy and dark, and just
when
to
he did
go against this image."
America's Funniest Hate Videos
Yeah.
on SNL.
Yeah. No, I thought he was so funny. Gone too soon, man. Yeah.
But his stand up and everything, like that's where, or Dirty Work or Half Baked, or
The
I love it.
Aristocrats.
The Aristocrats. Well, I kind of threw that under stand up, but
Adam Grunther, thank you for the 50 bits. Have you seen Peacemaker yet? And if so, what do you think? Do you like him as much as you did in the movie?
I haven't seen it yet.
I've seen the first 2 episodes. I like it fine. Again, I'm a little spoiled. I'm having the same thing with like the Book of Boba Fett. They're both totally fine shows, I've just seen so many spectacular shows recently, and there's so many to watch, and I have to like juggle them. That if something really isn't like grabbing me and blowing me away right away, I'm like, it's fine. I don't know if I'll watch it.
Book of Boba Fett's kind of dull. That's my problem with that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
and Mandalorian made a better Boba Fett.
Yeah, it's weird.
I've been having a lot of fun with Peacemaker, but that's just me.
No, it's good. I like Boba Fett too, but yeah, it's just, you know what I mean though, where there's just so many shows and it's hard to keep like to watch them all and everything. So it's like, okay, I have to watch this if it's like really, really great. So if something's just perfectly fine, it's like, oh, I can't watch that. It's only perfectly fine.
Matt, Hannah, thank you for the 50 bits. So I was wondering, for New Adventures of Winnie the Pooh, you said that the one that grabbed you emotionally was Rabbit and Kessie the bird. But what was the one that you had the most fun with? The one with the train grabs me, but what about you?
God, I had to remember them. I guess as a little kid, I remember the one about like seeing scary movies and stuff like that, because a lot of it took place in a movie theater, and they had like a fun little movie theater montage, and they had some cool visuals, and like it. Again, as a little kid, I loved going to the movie theater, so just anything that was like having fun with that was really cool. That's the one that's jumping in my head, I guess.
WWE, thank you for the 50 bits. For all three of you, with all the reboots, Hawaii Five-0, Jellystone, etc., and revivals, The Conners, Night Court, etc., what is one TV show and one movie that Nostalgia Critic has reviewed that you would like to see rebooted or revived?
I mean, my thought is always remake bad movies with good ideas. So I always thought Drop Dead Fred would be a great idea for a remake, because it's a good idea. And shows, I haven't done like a ton of shows.
I feel like Saved by the Bell should be something that's always on somewhere for a new generation.
Right now.
But is it?
It is, yeah.
Oh no, but didn't they? Oh, is that still on?
Yeah.
Okay,
with,
good.
The cast, yeah.
I thought that went off the air already.
I think it's still on.
I'm trying to think of another one that. I'm trying to go through what we reviewed.
Yeah, I was gonna say everyone
Full House anymore.
No, there's so many. I was just like, oh wait, that did get rebooted. That did get renewed. That did get
yeah.
So yeah. I don't know if there are any.
Maybe we just shouldn't do that. Maybe we just proved a point here.
Kim Possible, bring her back. She was fun.
Frameiser, thank you for the 50 bits. If you could have any of the magical gifts from Encanto, which one would you want? I want Bruno's so I can get the winning lottery numbers. I'd like her mom's. I want some healing. I want to be able to like make some healing arepas for everyone. Just to like heal people, to be like, you're healed, you're healed, you're healed.
I don't want anything. I would just be grateful for what I have.
Wow.
Hair. The power of hair.
The power of hair. Great. Tenko, thank you for the 50 bits. I hope you guys are doing well. Have you seen the anime movie Belle? And what did you think of the director's other movies like Girl Who Leapt Through Time? I didn't see it in theaters. I meant to, and then I didn't realize it was already here, but I didn't see it.
I didn't realize it was already out.
Yeah, last week it was at Cinemark last week.
I feel really bad. He's like
Oh, and today.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
I thought it was only last week.
Actually no, it looks, I think it's this weekend from what I'm seeing.
Oh,
here.
I gotta check that out then, okay.
Yeah, actually I was gonna say like, I might check that out too.
He's a bit of a blind spot because I've seen Girl Who Leapt Through Time, and that's it. I didn't see Summer Wars, I haven't seen any of it, and I liked Girl Who Leapt Through Time, so I really gotta like catch up.
Summer Wars is one of Lucas's favorite animes, so like I'm a big fan of their work, and I loved Girl Who Leapt Through Time, so like I want to see it.
Did he also
Summer Wars? Did
he do Wolf Children too?
Is
that the same
know.
guy, or is
I'm
that someone else?
Oh,
I love
wait,
that movie.
Is it him?
Wolf Children.
Hold on, because I've seen that.
I love if that's the same person. I love that dude. Fine, let's see. Yes, it is. Okay.
Oh, it is. Oh, okay. So I did
movie.
see that. Wolf Children's amazing.
Yeah.
I love that one.
Yeah.
So I gotta see the other stuff.
Talkative Carl, thank you for the 50 bits. Heather, what do you think about Microsoft buying Activision? I have some mixed feelings. I am glad that they have bought it so that maybe we can get some of that upper management who's very problematic out of there so that so I can enjoy Blizzard Activision games again.
So we can replace it with soulless corporate overlords that own everything.
Yes.
Hooray, America!
But also, like,
what a country.
Microsoft needs to just calm down. Like, it's almost like they're like, oh, how do we win the console wars? Like, well, we've got a couple billion just sitting around. Maybe we should just buy all these AAA studios. Like, I did not see that coming at all. But I have some mixed feelings about it. I don't know how to feel about it.
When Disney buys Starbucks, then everything will be owned by everyone. So,
yeah,
I'm not happy at all. I have no love for Activision and its douchebag management. I'm just like, this is not the solution.
Right,
Like,
yeah.
just increase corporate monopoly.
Right, well, and I'll be curious to see if it's even passed, because, like, I'm pretty sure the FTC is gonna have to, like, sign off on that. So we don't even know if they're gonna be able to
We'll
yet.
see.
I don't know.
Nobody's fucking stopped Disney yet.
That's true. You're right. So
I feel if Disney can get away with it, like, I don't know.
yeah, I don't see them stopping it. But you never know. I mean, things could change.
right. I know, guys. Thank you for the 50 bits. Doug, what would you say is your favorite Hobbit movie, not Lord of the Rings?
Oh, I legit like the first one. The second one lost me pretty hard, and then I never did see the third one.
You didn't miss much.
I should just have finished them out, but they're so freaking long too, and I just, like I said, I like the first one. I always say I like the first one because I felt like that was the Fellowship of the Ring I never got. It was slower. You really feel like you could breathe in that world more. It was a smaller story that got bigger and bigger. So I liked it on that level, but again, I'm sure there's a lot of people that read the book, love the book, that the book is very different from Lord of the Rings, that'd be like, well, that's not the book. Fair enough, I get it, but I really legit enjoyed the first one.
I wasn't a fan of any of them.
Mumrar, thank you for the 50 bits. Hello, all. Why do you think that movie soundtracks aren't as prevalent today? Movie soundtracks were like the original mixtape, packed with exclusive songs from artists you could only get on those CDs. Miss those 80s and 90s mixes.
You know, it's funny. At first, I thought you meant like the score, and then I'm just like, oh,
I
like
was gonna
the
say,
songs and stuff like that.
I could care less about movie soundtracks. I'm all about the score. There's a reason Danny Elfman's Batman score outsold Prince's album. Just saying.
I think there was whatchamacallit. I think the internet played a really big part in that. In like, you know, and CDs aren't really sold much anymore. I think movies probably try to have like certain songs in them still, but it's not as big a deal because people don't go out and buy the soundtrack. I don't think.
I think the marketplace has kind of changed.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like a big deal to get like, oh, I got the album on CD. I went to the store and picked it up. And now it's just like, well, you can buy individual songs all you want. So it's like, I don't know. The last time I thought of a soundtrack was probably Guardians of the Galaxy movies, because that was a major part of the movie. So I guess if you do it like that, but I feel like that's kind of rarer nowadays.
Yeah.
I should point out, by the way, Rob, are you certain that the Batman soundtrack outsold Prince's album?
Well, the way you put it that way, I'm going to say no.
Because I remember a friend told me that before when I was younger, so I always assumed it was true. And I'm like, you know, I never did look that up. And I just put in Batman Elfman outsell Prince, and it's like all these words pop up except outsell. So I don't know if that's
well, then
true.
your friend was a fucking liar.
Yeah, no, and that's the other thing. He was a compulsive liar, so I'm like, you know, maybe I should check that before we just throw it out in the universe.
Yeah. That Disney nerd, thank you for the 100 bits. Are you on season 2 of Rebels yet? Is it still very Disney in your opinion?
I'm not on. I don't think I'm on season 2. I think I'm only like 12 episodes in, something like that. It's getting better. It's and some of the characters I just got done with the one with Lando Calrissian, and the like I said, the characters didn't grab me. The captain got really cool in that episode. I thought the way she like escaped with just a tray, and it was so calm and relaxed and wasn't like an action-packed anything. She like walked off the ship into the escape pod. I'm like, that's the most badass thing I ever saw, because that took like almost no effort, just clever planning, and I love that.
M. Tapid, thank you for the 50 bits. I watched the Rango review yesterday, and I get your views. I will say this, it may not be the best written, but the voice actors do a pretty good job, and the animation is still stunning today.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of great stuff in it. And like I said, I go back and forth on it a lot. Even when I was doing the review, I was doing that. So yeah, no, I definitely don't want to give the impression it's like, skip it. It's like, no, there's a lot of great stuff you should definitely see in it.
I know, guys, thank you for the 50 bits. Good news! The complete series of Chip and Dale will be released on January 25th. Makes me even more excited about what they're going to do with the Disney Plus movie.
Isn't it all on Disney Plus? Or are they talking about like a hard copy?
I don't know.
Are they talking about the original cartoon? Could be like the original cartoons.
They may mean that. I'm not sure.
But cool. Either way.
Poke Nutcase, thank you for the 77 bits. For all three, what are your thoughts on the on the Red Sky seasons of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? And Heather and Rob, have you seen the 2015 Muppet series? I have not. Sorry.
I saw it. I didn't like it. The Red Sky.
Did you finish it out though? Did you see the whole
season? I gave
season?
up somewhere in the second season.
It does halfway through. They change gears and they even acknowledge they're changing gears, and it does get better. It's weird. It's kind of weird how it does that. It actually does get pretty good.
I guess it was too little, too late for me.
Yeah, the damage was done.
The Red Sky seasons, no, because I think I was too old. I wasn't watching Ninja Turtles by that point. That was like what, season 8?
I think I watched a little bit just to be like, oh, it looks different. Let me see. Maybe it's like Batman. I don't know. And I was just like, yeah, still, I think I was just too old for it by that point.
That would have been they would have started running, I think, like 1995. Mm-hmm. I was 16 by that point. I don't think I was watching Ninja Turtles anymore.
Frameiser, thank you for the 50 bits. Watching 1883 on Paramount Plus with Sam Elliott. Great show. Check it out.
Sure, right. Except I gotta get Paramount Plus.
Yeah, I know, right?
and I'm not doing that. No. Maybe that'll be the show that finally makes me get it. Who knows?
Game King, thank you for the 50 bits. Hello, Chaos Trio. So Doug just did my favorite Western, Rango. But for all three of you, what is your favorite Western? And for Heather, will you play Pokemon Legends? Doesn't matter if you're streaming it, just curious. I do want to play it. But Tamra's going to be the one who streams it here on Wednesdays. So if you're interested in seeing gameplay of it, come on Wednesdays. Tamra's going to be streaming it.
Favorite Western is a toss-up. Coming from a guy I respect Westerns, it's another one of those where I don't get super into it. But, I love Good, Bad, and the Ugly, like a lot of the classic ones, Searchers and all that. But maybe it probably toss-up between Tombstone and Unforgiven. I really love both of those for very different reasons. One is super romanticized, and the other is very much sucking out the romanticized view, which, I like them for entirely different reasons.
Anu, thank you for the 50 bits. So about your Rango movie, think I got nothing to add here, so good work, Doug and crew.
Oh, thanks.
Antari, thank you for the 100 bits. Doug, I'm excited for Dark Knight Month. I think you should check out Cinema Wins, Not Sins video talking about the trilogy. He clears up plot holes, deeper themes, and behind-the-scenes stuff that's worth taking notes on for your review.
All right, maybe I will.
Cameron, thank you for the 50 bits. Hey, is anyone here a Kirby fan? If so, are you excited for the new game coming out in March?
I remember liking it fine. I didn't play much of it, though.
They were kind of easy, like...
I never really...
They kind of struck me as kind of like kids games, like...
Yeah, I never really got into Kirby games. I played like 1 or 2 on my DS, but I did like the trailer for the new one, but then was a little, I don't want to say crushed, but like Nintendo has this thing where they make, which I kind of appreciate but also hate, they make a lot of their co-op games couch co-op. So at first I saw it and I was like, oh, that'd be so fun for me and Tamara to play on Tuesdays. Like we could play co-op for Kirby, but it's couch co-op, not online. Like in today's day and age, like just give me online co-op. Let me play this game with my friend online, Nintendo. Let me do it. Why will you not let me play this game with my friends online?
How dare!
Why? Talkative Carl, thank you for the 50 bits. Doug and Rob, I don't know if you've watched the 90s Keanu Reeves movie called Johnny Mnemonic recently. It's crazy how ahead of its time it is. People dealing with viruses, wearing masks, and some similar technology. The movie is set in the year 2021.
I haven't seen that movie in so long. I've only seen it once.
I was going to do it last year, and everyone I said I was going to review it, they're like, it was the same thing with Charlie's Angels, the Drew Barrymore one. I'm like, well, I mean, come on, it's got to be something. And everyone's like, like it's not even like it's so bad, it's good. It's like, yeah, it exists, and then it's just kind of gone. Like it's kind of there. So I was like, all right, so I never have seen it. Maybe I should. Maybe I'll find out it's like secretly great or something, and I have a lot to say about it. But it's like I should give it a chance.
Sergeant Dogdirt, thank you for the 100 bits. You guys give me a lot of joyful fun to look forward to. My girlfriend is in the hospital with a blood infection, and she's fighting strong. Thanks to your videos and humor. Love you all.
Oh my God!
I hope she gets better.
Out okay. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm glad we can give you a laugh in a dark time in your life.
All our best to you, man.
Danny R, thank you for the 50 bits. So I was watching CNN the other day, and they were talking about the news of the day. Then they went into a full half hour about King Arthur, Excalibur, and Knights of the Round Table. Guess a kid in King Arthur's court was right.
I guess so. Whatever they said in A Kid in King Arthur's Court, because weirdly, I don't remember all the lines from A Kid in King Arthur's Court.
Yeah. I know, guys. Thank you for the 50 bits. Doug, have you checked out Gooby yet? If not, take your time. I can wait.
You're gonna have to wait, man. Yeah, I literally had to interrupt a movie I was watching to review tomorrow for this. So yeah, I'm still catching up on stuff.
Dillbomb, thank you for the 50 bits. Hey Doug, over 13 years ago, you made a video of your top 20 favorite movies. Have your thoughts changed since then? Or are there any films you'd like to add to the list now?
Yeah, I kick off the bottom two, which is, what was it, Titus, and I can't remember what the other one was. But I put in Molly's Game and Where the Wild Things Are in those spots. But everything else, I think, yeah, probably stay the same. Though I haven't looked at it since it came out. So you know what? Maybe things have changed more. I have to see. But those are the two where when I saw them, I'm like, all right, these are two of my new favorite movies, probably.
Gary Turbo, thank you for the 50 bits. Since Peacemaker mentioned that Batmobile sticks out like a sore thumb, yet from an engineer standpoint, the weapons criminals and cops won't even scratch the Batmobile since it has 3-inch steel panels, run flat tires, and a polycarbonate windshield. Yeah.
Is that a question?
I mean, it's functional. I think they're just stating.
Like
I think they're just stating. Yeah. It's
neat.
good. It's functional. Yeah.
Go Batmobile.
That Disney nerd, thank you for the 100 bits. I guess Pokemon isn't your thing, Doug. Heather beat you pretty bad in a battle on Monday.
Well, you know what? Fuck you, Heather. God damn it. God damn it.
Have I told you that, Doug? That I named my rival after you? And
So when people are like, "Where's Doug?" Oh, he's right there.
It's my favorite thing. It's my favorite troll thing I've done recently. I love it.
No, I had to work backwards and remember something about, okay, that was the story. And by the time I remembered it, I already let too much time pass. I'm just like, hey, fuck you, Heather. God damn it. Like, I just had to get something out.
Hewlett fan, thank you for the 85 bits. Do you think that any movies that are technically terrible movies but are saved with amazing visuals? Or the opposite, an incredibly ugly movie saved with an amazing script? Also, didn't Rango have beautiful animation or what?
Oh, yeah. Oh, and especially that thing's like, it's like 10 years old. It looked like it came out today. It'd be impressive today if that came out. That animation's spectacular.
In a similar vein, The Owls of Ga'Hoole is gorgeous. But I could care less about the story. But it is a very pretty movie. I could just turn the sound off and watch it.
I think movies that are usually based on plays usually don't look that great, but the writing is really good, which makes sense. Like, oh, we have to keep it in one room because it's a play or something like that, or not many different locations. So sometimes there's a fair amount of those. In terms of visuals that saved a movie, I'm sure it's out
Sleepy
there.
Hollow. Like, really look at that story to Sleepy Hollow, and it doesn't make any sense. It's really not that good, but
you're right, because
a gorgeous film.
No, and that's a send up to Hammer horror films, and it tries to look like a Hammer horror film. It has the convoluted plot of a Hammer horror film, so you're right. If it didn't look like it would fall apart.
I think it's a better movie, like,
Oh, Bram
'cause the
Stoker's
source
Dracula.
material. But yeah, Bram Stoker's Dracula is another one. I mean, you got freaking Keanu Reeves just like kind of just putzing around, and I'm like, but like it's so pretty looking.
Mhm.
And it's one of my favorite like films to throw on around Halloween. So that would be another good example.
Danny R., thank you for the 50 bits. Do you think that Daniel Craig read the script to a kid in King Arthur's court and said, "This is the role that will get me James Bond"?
That's right, he was in
Yes.
that. I forgot about that. I mean,
I forgot he was in that too.
If you
Oh my
have
God.
any brain, you'd be able to put that together after reading the script. So thankfully he does.
Antari, thank you for the 100 bits. Doug, I like that skit at the beginning of your Ringo review, but my question is, why was Tamra playing Gore Verbinski?
You know, I was gonna have it be Jim, and then when I looked at a picture of the guy, I'm like, Tamra kind of looks more like it. and he has a very soft voice like this and everything, and I love the voice she kind of did like this. So I don't know. I just saw more Gore Verbinski in her than I did with Jim.
Mumrar, thank you for the 50 bits. Did you guys get a chance to check out the trailer for the animated movie called Spine of the Night? It's the rotoscope Ralph Bashki looking film, and if so, thoughts?
I did, and I gotta go watch this thing. I'm not gonna lie, I'm totally psyched. It even has me liking Patton Oswalt in it.
Whoa.
Oh, that was impossible.
I mean, I thought it looked good. I don't think I got sucked in weirdly as much as Rob did, but I do really want to see it. I forget where I can watch it too.
Oh, hell yeah. I'm all over it.
Dillbomb, thank you for the 50 bits. What film has the worst example of the liar revealed cliche?
God, worse. I mean,
Say Rango so we can tie it all together.
Right. So these aren't the worst, but they're the ones I think of where I'm like, man, that ruined what it could have been a pretty decent movie. Bug's Life is one where that really gets ruined for me. Wedding Crashers is another one. Those are the two biggies that jump out to me. Even though I know there's worse, those are the two where I'm like, I was having fun until this shit
Wedding
happened.
Crashers didn't bother me because that movie's not aiming to be anything but a dopey comedy. So
no, but it's that mopey third act again. That's the thing. I was liking the dopey comedy, and then it's just like, oh, let's just do this for the last third, and it never recovers. I think that's the thing. It never quite recovers after it. So
there
I
are
don't think those the
times
worst, but
though
those
where
are
I
sticking
did
out.
find it funny, like Galaxy Quest, when he has to confess to that, and he's just that sounds.
Yeah, no, and
amazing.
there's plenty of movies where they make it work. I think it's gotten better over the years, honestly. But yeah, honestly, even while watching now the fourth Hotel Transylvania, like it's in there and it's being done fine so far. I haven't finished it yet, so I have to see. But you know, it's fine so far.
Adam Grunther, thank you for the 50 bits. What are your thoughts on the pacing in Steven Universe overall? I personally think it's screwed around way too much. We get it, the town is quirky and we're being forced to Lars and Ronaldo. Who gives a shit? Get back to the aliens already.
I get that. I think it's trying to suck in everybody. It's trying to get younger viewers as well as older viewers, and that's a smart way to do it. It's the Adventure Time formula, and that's the reason it works so well. Is because like a little kid can watch it. Oh, look at all the silly things. Look at all the silly stuff they're doing and weird words and bright colors and stuff. And then when a story kicks in, the kid can follow it a little better and is more invested. It's the same thing with an adult. An adult can look at that, you know, Steven Universe, I'm like, oh, it's cute, whatever. But I'm not going to be sucked in until like episode, I don't know, 5 or something like that. And it's supposed to hit kids first. So I get why they do it. But yeah, the adult in me is like, well, yeah, I want more of the continuing story and character. But I get why they have the variety there.
Sailor Aaron, thank you for the 101 bits. Hello, you beautiful trio. How are you doing tonight? So, Rob, how's Now and Then, Here and There anime going? Have you and your buddies watched another episode? Do you think Doug would like it since it's a dark series?
Oh, it's just adorable. I don't. Doug might in the Japanese original. I am gonna say like the dub sucks.
Yeah.
And it's all I've got. It's all Amazon is offering. But I'm not a fan of the dub. But no, we're on the episode where the it's kind of revealed that the kid let the other dude go, and his superior there is just like, all right, let us never speak of this again. So no, it's good. It's dark, but the dub it's too goofy. I don't know if the Japanese original is that goofy, so maybe it just is, and they're being completely like, you know, they're
Maybe being too
dishonoring the
faithful.
source material. But yeah, I don't know. But it is a good show. It's fucked up, is what it is.
I know, guys, thank you for the 50 bits. Do you think you'll ever review Tangled or Encanto in the near future? Those films are both extremely better than Frozen.
Oh, as like a nostalgia critic? I don't think I could add anything to it. And I like them both. I really like Encanto. But yeah, I don't think there's anything I could bring to it that would be anything different from what everyone else has said. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Dillbomb, thank you for the 50 bits. Rank these Nick Cage movies from favorite to least favorite. Con Air, Face Off, and National Treasure.
Face Off, Con Air, National Treasure. But they're close.
Hewlett fan, thank you for the 85 bits. Are you a fan of Family Guy or American Dad? I feel like we've never really gotten your opinion on Seth MacFarlane shows.
So it's weird.
I liked both in their heyday. I like American Dad still.
Yeah.
From what I've seen, Family Guy got old for me probably about 5-6 years ago.
Yeah, I think there's a certain. It's funny because it's kind of like Simpsons, where it starts off. You go and look at the first seasons of Family Guy now, and it's like, ugh, like this isn't that good. But then it kind of hits its stride, and that self-aware kind of clever spin on things, you know, but also being a little shocking and everything. And then it's just on too long. But like where Simpsons start to make a little bit of a comeback, like the past couple seasons, they're hit and miss, but there are some real hits in there. Maybe Family Guy will do the same thing. And then I started off watching American Dad and hated it. And then everybody says what Rob says. Like, no, it gets better. It's actually better than Family Guy now.
I think it's the funnier show.
Yeah, so I haven't kept up.
That Disney nerd, thank you for the 100 bits. Did you hear? We Don't Talk About Bruno is Disney's highest rated Disney song since 1995's Color of the Wind. It could potentially pass A Whole New World, which is their highest rated song of all time.
I mean, what does rated mean in this
I think it
sense?
might be listened to. I'm not positive because I did see it past Let It Go, but I thought it passed Let It Go already in like streaming, but I could be wrong. I don't know.
Wow, holy shit. I mean,
That
it
surprises me.
It is ridiculously catchy.
It is catchy. I'm just surprised that it beats something like Let It Go.
Charted. It's where it's charted at.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, there's lots of times where it's like, I think I'm working on something, but it's like, no, I'm really singing. We don't talk about Bruno. No. And I do sing, what's the other one? The Strong Woman. The drip,
Pressure?
never stop. Yeah, Surface Pressure and the family song in the opening. Those two I hum a lot as well.
I mean, I listened to Encanto 4 times today because I was babysitting my nieces and nephews. So we only listened to Encanto, and we listened to it like 4 times. So I would believe that.
I mean, I'll say this. At the very least, it's nice when you get a song that kids want to listen to over and over, and they're good songs.
Yes.
Like, that's where you're just like, oh, thank you, Jesus.
Right. Like, I won't lie. We danced to the family madrigal every time. Chorus, thank you for the 50 bits. Hey, Doug, like Star Wars Rebels? Have you heard already the Empire Anthem for the parade? Kind of a more optimistic version of Imperial March, and it's in-universe the Empire Anthem, or it's called Glory to the Empire.
Yes, and I did like that take. I thought that was very clever. So turning to this upbeat little march, which I really liked. It's getting better. It still hasn't grabbed me yet, but some of the characters are growing on me. And like I said, the captain
I love
is kind of growing on me. I always forget his name, but the purple dude I still love, and I like the Inquisitor.
Zeb.
He's really cool.
Okay.
Yeah. So those are the 3 now, but start at 2, and then okay, now it's growing to 3. So it's like I'm sure I'll like them more and more as it keeps going.
Talkative Carl, thank you for the 50 bits. Doug and Rob, will you ever review the Keanu Reeves movie Speed? I rewatched it recently, and boy does it still hold up. Probably the better spin on Die Hard than most action movies.
Wait, why we wouldn't review it? It's pretty good.
I love Speed.
but that's actually, that might be fun, because talking about like Dennis Hopper and stuff in that movie, and still kind
amazing.
of use, you know, fuck me. No, but I mean like in the best way. I mean like the way we do like Demolition Man or something like that. I'm gonna write. You know what? That would be kind of fun. I'm gonna write that down because I haven't seen it in a long time either, and I actually think that'd be a really fun movie to talk about. Oh, I'm gonna write that down.
Ray Miser, thank you for the 50 bits. Beavis and Butthead is coming back. Thoughts on the original show?
Didn't it already? Didn't they try it? It didn't go anywhere. I thought. I don't know. I'll have to see
the original show.
Yeah, so do I. I think
it
they
seems
should be
very
grown
much of
up
its
now.
time, though.
I think they should be grown up. They should be like two guys that never got a job, and they're just living in the same shitty house. It's the same TV somehow, maybe. Like made just a digital upgrade or something. So, that's the only way I can see it working because it is such a product of its time. That I think that's the only way you could do something interesting with it.
Matt Hanna, thank you for the 50 bits. My sister was playing Kingdom Hearts, and when she got to the part where Sora said his greatest weapon was his heart, our mom said, "That's so cheesy." I mean, truly, that's just so anime, if I'm being honest with you.
Cheesy? What? Well, and Disney, for that matter.
Yeah.
So I'm still listening. Chaplin threw me a toy to throw, so I have to open the door so I can keep throwing it that way.
Of course,
so
of course you do.
The next one.
Gary Turbo, thank you for the 50 bits. After the news about Activision, I was expecting it due to the hostile workplace was killing the studio. I was looking forward for Microsoft buying Overwatch, Tony Hawk, Vigilante 8, and True Crime series. Yeah.
Sure.
I love the memes where people are like just photoshopping Clippy into random Activision Blizzard games. Like someone photoshopped Clippy into Call of Duty. Fantastic. Someone
like
photoshopped Clippy into World of Warcraft. Art. It's great.
It's pretty great. I can't lie. It's pretty great.
Antari, thank you for the 100 bits. Doug, at some point, would you do an NC for the Guardians of Ga'Hoole movie by Zack Snyder? Similar to Rango, the animation really holds up over a decade later, but the story and characters are even more bland than Rango.
Oh, yeah, it's bland. It's a gorgeous movie, but it's bland.
I probably should, because people have asked me for that. And was it I never remember the title as part of it. The
Guardians of Ga'Hoole.
It sounds like someone
G-A apostrophe Hoole.
It sounds like a worried cartoon character, like they see something.
Danny R, thank you for the 50 bits. Rob, would Mamma Mia have been better if it had the same plot, the same songs, but the only difference is that at the end of the movie, a giant boulder fell on them and just killed them all?
Yes.
Definitely better.
I love that ending. Yeah, I'd buy that for $1.
Satanix, thank you for the 150 bits. Have you guys played Mega Man games? And if so, do you have a favorite?
Oh, hell yeah. 2 and 3 are probably my favorite. I did like the new one, the throwback one they just did recently too. And Mega Man, what was the Super Nintendo one? Is it Mega Man X?
X, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was a good one too.
I like 3 because we used the thing where somebody else had to hold, I think, like left on the second controller, and you could jump really high. So when nobody was around, I'd have like a really heavy book and put it on the controller and like play around like that. And then like in levels where you can't do that, like you can't jump around high, you'll hit something, like I had to take it off. And I don't know, stupid little things like that. It's just a fun little kid memory. You remember being in your pajamas and trying to get like a dictionary on the second controller so you can jump high.
2, we had to do cold turkey, and a friend of mine, me and a friend did beat it eventually after like probably a full year of playing it, but it was rough.
That Disney nerd, thank you for the 100 bits. In your opinion, is Brian Hall better at playing Drax than Adam Sandler? Drac? Maybe Dracula? There it is.
Yeah. They're about equal. And I mean that as a compliment. He's supposed to come in to replace, a very famous actor, in honestly these very famous movies. And I do have to keep reminding myself every once in a while, oh yeah, like that's not Sandler. Like when he sings, you can definitely tell. But yeah, a lot of the time I'm just like, no, like it's not distracting. I think that's what really works about it. At no point am I saying, well, that's not Sandler. I'm not comparing him to Sandler that much. I'm just getting sucked into, the character and the story and everything. And that's exactly what you're supposed to do.
Adam Grunther, thank you for the 50 bits. If you want to see a super trippy movie, watch Crypto Zoo, starring Michael Cera and Lake Bell, or maybe they meant Drake Bell. The animation is so surreal. It's honestly worth checking out.
Crypto Zoo?
Right.
Crypto Zoo.
Okay, I just want to see if it even
Yeah.
rings a bell to me.
No idea.
No, never even heard of this. Okay, I will look it up.
Jock's Cab, thank you for the 50 bits. I wasn't sure how to word this question, so here it goes. Are there any cliches that you understand why people dislike, or maybe even agree with them, but you see it in good stuff so often you just sort of tune it out? I'm that way with the line, as you know.
Not reacting to explosions, which is in every movie. So
I
I
was
was
gonna
just
say,
giant
honestly-
explosion and nobody flinches, and I'm like, are you kidding me?
A lot of critics will talk about, in action movies. Well, why do they have to fight? Why do they have to? And I'm like, if the fight's good, I'll cut it a lot of leeway. It's more of just the reason seems like, again, if it's something like an obvious misunderstanding or a lie reveal, if it feels like it's prolonging things and not pushing it forward, then I'm like, okay, I don't like this action sequence. But if it's still moving things forward, then yeah, I don't mind a really great fight scene or an action sequence.
Anyone who gets shot or stabbed too, and they're just like react just like, ow, this hurts, and yet they're able to do all sorts of crazy shit. I'm just like, no, ask anybody who's gotten shot or stabbed. It's like, hey, do you think you could continue to participate in a fist fight? No.
And then, Heather, you'll relate to this too. A lot of people say, well, I can't do musicals because why do they just start singing? That has never bothered me.
No,
Like,
never at all.
Ever. Like,
Oh, it
it's a
bothers me.
movie. Yeah, see, like, it's so funny. Like, it's a movie. It's already removed from reality. I know it's a musical. I know as long as, again, it's expressing something, it's tied into the story or what the character's feeling, it is never, ever
But I'll say
bothered me.
this: it depends how it's done. There's plenty of musicals where it doesn't bother me, and sometimes it happens where it does.
Flame Reaper Man, thank you for the 50 bits. Hey, in Alien vs. Predator, when the chest burster pops out of this blonde woman, it cuts to this logo, and I'm like, what is that?
In the review?
I have no idea.
I'll have to go back and check that. Yeah. Because I do not remember.
Mumrar, thank you for the 50 bits. Thoughts on the new Fraggle Rock show on Apple TV Plus? Have you seen the trailer? Looks really good, and I think it would make Jim Henson proud on how accurate it is to the original, but with some modern takes.
I heard they were
haven't
making
seen
a
it.
show. I didn't know they had a new one, or they had a trailer already. I would check that.
Yeah, I'll probably check out the first episode.
Yeah, I mean, I know what you were gonna say. Like, Fraggle Rock's fine. I never got like super into it or anything, so there's no like.
I mean, even
"Ooh,"
if I was
anything
as a
like
kid,
that.
I'm like 40. Like, what? It's Fraggle Rock. I don't think I'm the target audience.
Tapid, thank you for the 50 bits. Rob, have you finished Metroid Dread yet?
Oh my god, game's kicking my ass. I'm at the boss.
Oh
I'm
my
still
god,
not
it took me like it took me 2 streams to beat that boss. God damn it.
I'm not gonna lie. I am just so
Fuck Ravenbeak.
I'm so uninterested in finishing. That's just how much it's worn me down. Like those boss battles, I have some issues with the game, which is I like to explore things, and every time I would get into a groove, it's like, here's another boss. Like, okay, I'm gonna sit here for 30 minutes. Like, so yeah, no, I got to the boss last night and I just kind of rage quit, and I'm just like, maybe I'll go back at some point. I'm not sure it's gonna be tonight.
Alan, thank you for the 100 bits. Hey everyone, for all 3, which movie coming out in 2022 are you most excited for?
I'm pretty curious about the Batman. There's one that just came out on Netflix. I think it's called The House, and it's like a stop motion animal movie, like the Fantastic Mr. Fox, but it's like this gripping surreal drama where they just go through the house and it might be haunted, but it's kind of done like The Haunting of Hill House or something. It looks so bizarre. I'm kind of all in for it. So that's one that's just jumping into my mind. Yeah, aside from that, I don't know. It's not showing a lot of movies that are coming out here in the little list I got, but
I'll say the
fuck.
Batman.
A second Into the Spider-Verse. Yeah, very
Oh,
excited for
yes.
Oh wait, yeah, that is this year. Oh fuck yeah,
Yeah.
that trumps them all.
We might,
Puck's on it too.
we might need to pick up the speed just a little
Gotcha.
bit. We're an hour behind.
Okay.
Alan, thank you for the 100 bits. Hey everyone, for all oh, I just read that. Disney Nerd, thank you for the 100 bits. What are you more excited for, Multiverse of Madness or the Batman?
Honestly, the
Multiverse of Madness.
No, the Batman for me. That's so funny.
I like
because
Sam Raimi, like, so I'm hopeful.
the detective element is intriguing me a little bit more. So I'm more curious to see, and DC's just taking more risks too. So I'm a little bit more interested in that.
Chorus, thank you for the 50 bits. Star Wars Rebels is a bit like Avatar. We even have a blind person there, and kind of like Zuko character. We have how nature and other cultures see Force. The Grand Inquisitor is played by Jason Isaac, and even the Emperor is shown in Ozai style. His face is only visible in the last season.
Oh, okay. I haven't gotten to a lot of it yet, so I can't wait to see it.
Sailor Aaron, thank you for the 150 bits. Have any of you three seen the new Mamoru Hosoda, I never know how to say his name, Hosoda film Bell, the Bell film we already talked about? Your thoughts if you had. I did with my cousin and I liked it, but not as much as the first 3 anime films. I think we needed 1 or 2 rewrites to be shortened at least 30 minutes or so.
No, I have not seen
No.
it.
Didn't we answer that?
Yeah, but
Yeah,
it was a
100%.
different person asking a similar
gotcha,
question. No, we haven't seen it yet. Sorry. Antari, thank you for the 100 bits. Doug, I just realized this year is the 40th anniversary of E.T., the Extraterrestrial. It's my second favorite movie of all time. I wouldn't mind hearing your thoughts in an NC review.
You don't want to know my thoughts. I like it. That's one of those. I appreciate it. I like it. It's a good movie.
I never did anything.
Never got into
I'm
it.
a
Even
bad
as a
80s child. I just never got that into E.T.
I loved E.T. I think I was the perfect age for E.T.
I'm not saying
though.
I'm not saying it's a bad movie. Like I was the perfect age. I just there's something about maybe I was one of those like weird kids that like E.T. kind of freaked me out a bit. I'm like kind of weird looking at it. Like I don't know.
Danny R, thank you for the 50 bits. Thank you for the 50 bits. Would you say that Tim Curry was the best guest star on Psych? I loved that character.
Yes. Oh no, absolutely yes. I like the Ali Sheedy as well, but Tim Curry, like, I feel like I'm incarcerated in a blueberry.
Yeah, though I think Carrie Elwes and Shatner are close.
They were both
second.
too.
Yeah.
But Doug, I feel like an angel wrapped in cloud
candy.
Danny R, thank you for the 50 bits. You would be really fucking cool, Doug, just like Mark.
I mean, I try to mark it up as much as I can.
Gary Turbo, thank you for the 50 bits. Basically, Moon Knight is more crazy than Kanye West. I mean, I guess.
That's impossible.
Jocks Cab, thank you for the 50 bits. What is your favorite TV show parody in South Park? Mine is their take on Survivor reenactment show, for lack of a better term, in the episode I should have never gone ziplining.
I kind of like they did Akira for a little bit with the something, I think it was Walmart maybe, was growing, and then Akira becomes 2001. It's like, what are you doing, Kyle? I'm turning you off, Cartman. I can't let you do that. Screw you.
It's the trap. I think that was the traffic. Yeah. Screw you. I also like the they did a spoof of like it was kind of Game of Thrones-ish with like Black Friday. It's like, no, I really liked him. He can't die.
Flame Reaper Man, thank you for the 50 bits. In short, there's a meteor of asteroids that was super close to hitting Earth very recently in real life. Stephen Colbert talked about it recently.
Oh, okay, well, maybe that movie was based a little bit on reality. A little bit.
That's a shame. So close.
Danny R, thank you for the 50 bits. Do you think you would ever review Wild Hogs? You can use my motorcycle as a prop.
Ooh! I don't think anyone would click on it. And honestly, I don't want to watch it. So probably not. Maybe for a Disney December, because I think it's a Disney movie.
Matt Hanna, thank you for the 50 bits. Something that really got me about the first Kingdom Hearts was, why didn't Pinocchio just go with them on the journey? I don't think he learned anything about being selfless, brave, and true by just staying in the Traverse Town.
I mean, if that's your only problem with the Kingdom Hearts games, especially in terms of plot holes, I want your brain, man. You must be a happy person.
All I have to say is, who knows?
Talkative Carl, thank you for the 50 bits. Call me crazy, but Spider-Man No Way Home is literally the greatest movie I've ever seen. I'm sure there's going to be great movies in the future, but I believe I've witnessed the greatest film in my lifetime. Putting aside my love for Spider-Man, I saw it twice just to be certain.
You're 4 years old, aren't you? No,
No,
it's really, 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 really good. I
It
don't know,
is
it's
good,
the
but
greatest movie I've ever seen. It's one of the better comic book movies I've seen. It would be in a top 10 for me, I think.
I'm still not even sure though if it's my favorite Tom Holland Spider-Man movie.
No? Really?
Oh, it's
Yeah.
easily my favorite.
I don't know, Homecoming is so good.
I'll say this too. It was nice seeing a movie where I like when I can see a movie and it gives me a theatrical experience where it's like, wow, that was unique. And that was something that was really cool
And
to
it had
share
a
with
point,
the crowd.
which the first two don't have a point. They're very pointless. They're a lot of fun. Don't get me wrong, but they're very pointless.
Saint Nix, thank you for the 100 bits. Suggested joke for if you ever review the Sonic movie, you and Brad as Mario and Luigi trashing either Sonic or a Sega Genesis. Also, I personally found that movie was just not that funny.
Shh! They'll hear you!
You'll get the gas! Don't do it!
Burnsy, thank you for the 50 bits. Just wanted to relay this cool to me story. There was a great book with a lot of feels called Flowers for Algernon. Someone on Twitch asked, have you read Flowers? And I responded with yes, great book, and suggested they watch Charlie, which was made in 1968, and that everyone raved about Cliff Robertson's performance, and Cliff Robertson liked my reply. Were you aware of Charlie? Would you review that movie for the 2000s? Flower movie, it was cool sci-fi.
I mean, I know both. They're both great. Though I will say, Charlie, you do have to know, was filmed the same way like Carrie was filmed, with a lot of the split screen and stuff. I did not know that going in. I saw it while I was very young, and I really didn't like that part. But now looking back, that's part of the charm. But it's good knowing that going in. But no, the books, I mean, classic, but I make references to it a lot in reviews, and the movie's great too. I don't know if I'd review it. I don't know how much material I could get out of it or anything new I could bring to it.
Anu, thank you for the 50 bits. I'm sure you heard the news, but Madrigal beat Elsa, as in We Don't Talk About Bruno beat Let It Go. Thoughts?
We don't talk about that.
Perfect.
I can't top that, yeah.
Talkative Carl, thank you for the 50 bits. This may be a nitpick, but as much as I believe Oscar Isaac will do incredible as Moon Knight, some people might not realize that Moon Knight is of Jewish descent, and he's being played by a Guatemalan doing a British accent. Disney couldn't find a Jewish or Israeli actor for the role?
There's none
Really?
around.
We're gonna...
Not one. I don't know.
Now we gotta worry about what religion they are?
I mean, it is I kind of understand what they're saying, because they did try to make sure that, like, Miss Marvel is being played by a Muslim girl, so, like... I don't know, but I don't know. Is what I'm going to say.
So
I don't
is
know.
the character actually supposed to be Israeli? Or is that what they're, or do they just have to be Jewish? Because Jewish is a very...
Do not remember, honestly.
A lot of Jews who don't live in Israel, like,
I don't remember. It's been a while since I've read a Moon Knight comic.
Okay. Maybe I need more context for this.
I'm not touching that with 10 football.
Yeah, I know, right?
I don't know the comic. I don't need to talk about it.
Yeah, I don't know. I need context.
Jocks Cab, thank you for the 50 bits. I'm the last person who would support censorship, and I'm sure you guys are too, but do you think there are times when censoring something is funnier than leaving it uncensored? Oh yeah.
Yeah. Definitely.
There are times where I think a bleep is really fucking funny.
Yeah.
Like I think it's funnier than just hearing the swear. Like there is something inherently funny about beeps.
Even I played a clip for I think YouTube stories of Elmo in one of these movies he's in. He's fighting with Zoe and the blanket rips. He wants the blanket back and it rips. And I just put bleeps over him going like that, and I don't care what Elmo could have said. Just hearing those bleeps is much funnier than a swear word.
Than any swear word Elmo would say. Yeah, absolutely.
Or if it's something stupid like the rice cakes being jelly donuts in the Pokemon dub. Like, why? That's so stupid. Why would you even change and censor that? You know what I mean? Like, what the hell for, kids? Orlando Garcia, thank you for that 19-month subscription. Welcome back. Appreciate that. You can't spell God without Doug, and you can't spell bro without Rob, and you can't spell haters gonna hate without Heather.
So God, bro,
like
haters gonna hate.
Alan, thank you for the 100 bits. I agree, Rob. Definitely don't want to see the Packers go, but my reasons are different than yours. Y'all in Chicago hate the Packers. I know me, I'm a huge Tom Brady fan and pulling for Tampa Bay all the way. P.S. I want to see him in a Disney version of Space Jam. I know y'all won't agree, but I would like it.
Oh, don't look at me. I fucking hate Tom Brady too, just as much as the Packers. And I hate the Patriots. So I don't know. It's always a minefield every Super Bowl, it seems, for the past 20 years for me.
M&S Prime, thank you for the 100 bits. Hey y'all, I recently saw the anime movie called Belle. I think it's such an incredible film with music that gave me tears that overflowed like Niagara Falls. Have you seen it yet? Do you plan to?
I have not seen it. I'll see if I can, because like I said, I was just looking up, and it looks like it is playing this weekend. So maybe we will. Who knows?
Yeah. Talkative Carl, thank you for the 50 bits. Question for all of you. Do you have a favorite dragon in pop culture? My favorite dragon is from Yu-Gi-Oh! Blue Eyes White Dragon.
Figment. There are no eyes.
I was going to say I do have a soft spot for Figment. The original Figment, because I went back to...
Oh,
Disney
yeah. No.
Right.
No. Fucking sissy pansy horse shit post-2000 Figment. Original OC 1980s Figment.
Bernsey, thank you for the 50 bits. Are you planning on reviewing Zack Snyder's recut of the close to 3-hour Batman movie? I hear it might only be 8 hours.
Oh, okay. First, I gotta set aside 5 episodes for the Snyder cut of Justice League, so I'll do it after that.
Antari, thank you for the 100 bits. Doug, you've said you and the Nostalgia Critic are different people. Why? You both have the same opinions and personalities. The NC is just a little more angry and cartoony, so what's the point in saying they're not the same person?
Because their
opinions aren't always also the same.
Well, especially with the early stuff, they've gotten a lot closer now, mostly because there's a lot of people that in the early days, it's like, look at him getting so angry. Isn't he stupid? I'm like, no, it's a parody of people that like get that angry and take movies too seriously and stuff. So it's like I blended it a little bit more, but yes, I still like him being egotistical, a dumbass, and jerky, which is nothing like me at all. I mean, come on. But no, I always say it's like me with the volume turned up, pretty much.
Higher.
But both in volume and personality. So yeah, I like it because I can get away with a lot more comedy. That way.
I love Queen Calificent's comment in chat too. The NC has killed people. I don't think Doug has.
Well,
spoiler! Don't give it away. Oh my god!
There was that night Doug and I don't speak of.
You wonder why you haven't seen Buster around here in a while?
Adam Grunther, thank you for the 50 bits. If you could get one actor from the Batman movies, dead or alive, to be on your show, who would it be? Before you say Heath Ledger, keep in mind that Burgess Meredith as the Penguin would be a lot of fun to work with.
Oh, shit.
Mark Hamill. Give me Mark Hamill. I'll work with Mark Hamill any day.
There's too many people. I mean, yeah.
No, Cesar Romero, because I respect any guy who wears white makeup and doesn't shave his fucking mustache.
Keaton, I mean, I can't pick all of them. Except Jared Leto. I'll take all of them.
Adam West, too. That's another. That guy's got to be out of his fucking mind.
I can't see anyone I would say no to. Arnold, holy fuck.
Mustard Man, thank you for the 100 bits. I like the Universal Studios shout out in the Terminator 3 video. Have you guys ever been to their parks? And if so, what'd you think? P.S. My favorite ride there is Men in Black.
I haven't been there yet.
Years ago.
I gotta get back there. My wife wants to see like the Harry Potter land and stuff, so I gotta get down there.
I think I went there just as like the Harry Potter land was out, but that's still a while ago too, so it gives you an idea.
Talkative Carl, thank you for the 50 bits. Doug and Rob, you should add more 90s video game commercials to your commercial specials. If you look back on them, now it's crazy. It feels like they were willing to try anything and everything.
Yeah, I was watching one for like Sega Genesis, and of course it's this teacher with a wide-angle lens and the big glasses saying, "Oh, I love Nintendo, but this Sega Genesis is no good at all. And look at this fast hedgehog. Why can't he be like that nice boy Mario?" Like, if they were just so brutal and over the top, where if adults like it, you don't like it, kids. Like, they were just so funny.
Look at you, Sonic, Mr. Smarty Pants.
Yeah. So maybe we will do more.
God, they were funny.
That Disney nerd, thank you for the 100 bits. I learned the Peacemaker dance before you, Heather. Are you jealous? Absolutely. Unlearn it right now. I have to be the first person ever to learn it. No, I'm just kidding. But I am jealous. That's awesome. I'm very happy for you. Adam Grunther, thank you for the 50 bits. What are your thoughts on the character Vigilante in Peacemaker, as well as the absolutely perfect title sequence? I mean, the title sequence is great. I never skip it. Vigilante is funny. I'm curious to see where they're going to go with him, but so far I really like him playing against Peacemaker. I think he's a good foil against, not foil, but it's interesting to see him play against Peacemaker right now.
I don't think I've gotten to Vigilante yet, so yeah, I'll let you know when I get there.
Burnsy, thank you for the 50 bits. About Bob Saget. In 88 or so, there was a VHS of a bunch of 80s comedians, even Michael Keaton. Bob did a set, and after it someone said, please don't let Danny Tanner be the funniest. He wasn't Robin Williams, but he was close.
I do remember, because I remember Michael Keaton doing stand-up too. Yeah, I actually do remember that video. That's so funny.
Talkative Carl, thank you for the 50 bits. Are there any underrated Disney or DreamWorks animated film songs that's excellent? Elton John's song El Dorado from the movie Road to El Dorado still holds up and is amazing.
I always kind of like the Radigan song from Great Mouse Detective. I think that's kind of a fun villain
That is
song.
pretty funny.
Queen Calificent, thank you for the 50 bits. I had a dream last night where I was hanging out with Doug, Rob, and Shaq. And being the troll I am, I kept trying to get Shaq to watch NC reviews of Kazam and Steel just to start shit.
You probably watch it and be like, oh my god, this movie's terrible. Oh wait, I was in these? I don't even know if he remembers he was in them.
Shadow the Hedgehog, thank you for the 100 bits. Since cape shit superheroes is sadly popular, do you think Barbie dolls for adults will become the next evolution of entertainment?
I mean, there's many ways you can interpret that.
Oh,
I was gonna say, isn't that just Playboy, or aren't there Pornhub sites for that?
I'll just say yes.
Wait, Barbie dolls for adults. I feel like the nation of Japan wants to have a word with us.
But also, actually, Barbie's YouTube channel slaps. Some of her YouTube videos. Okay, listen, I have nieces. Some of her YouTube videos are pretty interesting recently. So.
All right, I don't care if it'll stay in my search history. I'm gonna look up Barbie YouTube
She's like a vlogger, but who does her right now is pretty fun. Never mind. It's a whole thing.
Barbie films a dead body.
God damn it, Rob.
Just a Ken doll with the head on back.
No! I hate all of you. No, just kidding. Burnsy, thank you for the 50 bits. Remake show ideas? WKRP, Simon and Simon, Bossum Buddies. Tom Hanks can play a mouse mother in drag.
I believe it's Bosom Buddies.
Okay, sorry, that was my bad.
WKRP. Well, no, maybe
WKRP, they did that with news radio.
Yeah,
and radio's not really a thing. Bosom Buddies, that would be problematic.
But
what was the other one?
I didn't catch the other one. WKRP, I don't know what the modern version of that now would be, because I guess you could do a radio station, but it wouldn't be as interesting.
Or a podcast, maybe?
I'd say maybe podcast, but I don't know. That doesn't take a lot of people.
WKRP was hilarious, but it's just it's like that mode of that
really
just doesn't fly anymore.
That Disney nerd, thank you for the 100 bits. Final question for me. Doug, why did you shave your beard when you came back from a vacation a few months ago? You look so good with it. And I don't say that to just any 40-year-old man.
I'll grow it back again at some point. A part of me says don't do it as the NC, but I don't know. I do have an art trip coming up in like a couple months, so I'm like, yeah, maybe we'll just grow it back again, try on the NC outfit and see how it looks. Yeah, because a lot of people said they really liked it.
KSJ, thank you for the 100 bits. If you have to watch one of those beloved animated movies at least once a week for a whole year, which one would you choose? Norm of the North, Food Fight, or the Bobbleheads movie?
I still haven't seen Bobbleheads movies. I'll let Rob answer it.
I'm going to go with Norm of the North. It's the best looking out of all of them.
Sweater Guy, thank you for the 500 bits. Hey Doug, suggestion for a freak show cinema, The Last Unicorn. One of the better productions to come out of Rankin Bass, eye-catching animation, surprisingly adult moments, and a colorful cast including Jeff Bridges, the Dude, Angela Lansbury, and the late great Christopher Lee, amongst others.
It's true, all of those things actually.
I never have seen it. I probably should, because that's like a big... Was that 70s or 80s that came out?
I don't know.
I like Rankin Bass's animated stuff more than anything stop motion they ever did.
Hand-drawn is what you mean, yeah. I'll check it out at some point. I should watch it.
Bernsey, thank you for the 50 bits. Amazon bought MGM. Will Sony be next?
Yes.
I don't know. I don't know anymore. We're all living in a Blade Runner future. It's happened. We're here. Time to deal.
KSJ, thank you for that subscription. Welcome. Appreciate that. Talkative Carl, thank you for the 50 bits. Doug and Rob, what's the difference between letting the scene breathe and a scene feeling like it's dragging?
If it's starting to feel boring, it's dragging.
Ass feels numb. Yeah. I don't. That's a little hard to quantify.
I guess it's like personal preference. Yeah.
Lime Peel, thank you for the 50 bits. Have any of you seen the comedy show Community? I think it's brilliant and creatively explores issues across almost all demographics while being really funny. It goes too far sometimes, but when it's good, it's amazing.
I've seen a few episodes.
I really enjoyed
it. I've never
Community.
watched the whole thing beginning to end.
I
can't go too far for me. So.
I started it and I wasn't getting into it, but my wife kept watching it. And she said it gets really, really good. So I should give it another. Yeah, I should give it another chance.
Ratchet Extreme, thank you for the 50 bits. Hey Doug, would you ever consider revising the Henry Selick film Monkey Bone? Because I feel like it'd be. Oh, maybe they mean reviewing. I don't know. I feel like it'd be perfect for freak show cinema.
Well. You're in for a treat.
Good news. We already did it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Strider for life. Thank you for the 50 bits. Wouldn't it be fun if Nickelodeon made another TMNT series like Avatar? Just have Dante Bosco voice Leonardo and Mark Hamill voice Shredder.
Sure.
And then they have hashtag Zuconardo and hashtag Shredder's Eye.
Yes.
Kermit Wazowski, thank you for the 50 bits. Rango-related comment number gazillion. I saw it once in theaters and remember liking it fine, even if it was mostly forgettable. But I'm glad you brought up the fire burp scene because I remember the theater erupting in laughter at that.
That's great timing in that scene. I still like it. I mean, honestly, I'm not getting as much Rango hate as I thought I would, but it's like I do like it. It's more, I wish I could have done the review a little bit better. Like, I always say, I wish it was more structurally a mess instead of just a mess, if that makes sense. So, I feel like there's a better way I could have done it.
Bernsey, thank you for the 50 bits. Heather, I noticed Walter gave us the 411 on why he hadn't posted in 411 days. Waka 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 Fozzie. Duck's Hook from Doug and Rob.
Waka indeed.
Waka waka.
Yes, he did post on his personal channel, so you can check that out on the Awesome Walter YouTube channel. Anu, thank you for the 50 bits. Do any of you have a movie you regret not watching in the cinema? For me, it was 2014 Annie. And by the way, could you do an Annie review? It's Dune for me. God damn it, I can't believe I didn't see Dune in theaters.
Man, I was gonna say Hunchback, but then they re-released it. On like Disney screens or something.
Hunchback, Iron Giant.
Ooh.
Fight Club, I never saw. I'm trying if there's any others that I'm just like, why didn't I see that? Can't think of any off the top of my head.
Alexander, thank you for the 50 bits. Question for all of you. Top 3 favorite Coen Brothers movies?
Fargo, Big Lebowski. I don't know what takes number 3.
Yeah, it's hard to. Maybe
I do like Raising Arizona a lot.
Maybe Blood Simple.
Yeah, Blood Simple's also really good. See, Blood Simple, like I feel like Fargo kind of eclipses Blood Simple a bit. So
yeah, that's true. Okay, I agree with the first two. Yeah, I'll look up the other movies real fast.
I'll be contrarian and say Hudsucker Proxy.
KSJ, thank you for the 100 bits. Rob, as a fellow anime fan, I was wondering, what is your favorite decade in terms of anime? 90s, 2000s, or 2010s?
I like the run from about 95 to 2006, 7 maybe. Like, there was a lot of, you had Evangelion in there, you had Cowboy Bebop, you had Trigun, you had the first run of Full Metal Alchemist. Like,
yeah.
I felt like there was always just some really interesting shit on. And then I feel like, because I missed some of the early 80s, I wasn't obviously living in Japan, so I feel like lately, like, I'm not as into stuff as I was back then. So,
okay, real quick.
probably that.
a toss-up between Barton Fink and A Serious Man. That'll be the number 3 spot for me.
Oh, Barton Fink was pretty good.
Turtle Power, thank you for the 50 bits. Lol, Warner Brothers just announced 5 minutes ago they're making another sequel to A Christmas Story. This one is official, so they say, with Peter Billingsley, and will be shot entirely in Hungary for cost reasons. They don't pay those executives enough.
Okay,
Which
well.
version of A Christmas Story?
I
Yes.
guess we'll find out. Yes. Hold on, real quick. I love one person just when talking about favorite Coen Brothers movie. Someone just wrote Garfield.
Yes, we should have said Garfield. Bill Murray response.
Talkative Carl, thank you for the 50 bits. Doug, is Meta Ayana the greatest NC villain? Look out, Rob. She's right behind you.
I'll just say yes for now. Because she literally killed a review.
Jocks Cab, thank you for the 50 bits. Call me a boomer if you wish, but I honestly prefer couch multiplayer over online. The latter just can't replace the feeling of the former, in my opinion.
I think the option should be.
I like them both.
Yes. They each have their strengths. So, because I like some of the online ones that we can do together, like we could never play Dead by Daylight all together in the same room. You know, and that's a fun one to play online together. But it's more fun to play something like Mario Party all sitting together than online.
No, it's not fun playing Mario Party.
You know what, Rob?
For the Mario Party pooper.
Jocks Cab, thank you. Oh, no, I just read that. Alexander, thank you for the 50 bits. Hi, Doug. Have you seen School of Rock? And if so, what are your thoughts? In my opinion, it's so funny and entertaining that it took me a while to even realize that it technically had a liar revealed story.
Yeah, but that's another one where they kind of have fun with it in the last third. I remember being okay. I know a lot of people really love it. I'm always like, yeah, it's fine. It's funny.
Big Mac, thank you so much for that 24-month subscription. 2 years. Thank you.
Thank you.
Cameron, thank you for the 111 bits. Hey, Doug, have you ever thought about doing a Cartoon Network month? The mid-2000s was the golden age and ultimate time of that channel. You should also check out some of the bumpers they had, believe me.
I do remember the bumpers, and they were very funny. I saw some of the shows. I was just a hint too old, so I didn't keep up too... not enough where I can really talk about it. We'd have to do something where maybe we get the rest of the gang together. But I don't know, at some point we got to do Kids WB. I think it's the next one we'll probably do where we get like the gang together to like talk about a giant, airing of programs.
Queen Calificent, thank you for the 50 bits. The Cosmonaut Variety Hour made a video where he says live-action remakes of animation will almost always be inferior due to the loss of visual storytelling. Agree or disagree?
I was in love with that video, and he nailed a lot of problems with the Cowboy Bebop live-action series. So I'm a hard agree on that.
But you know what I like? That in the way, at least in the way that you said it, said almost. That means there's still wiggle room.
It's not,
I'm
it's
of
not
the same
impossible.
opinion. It's not impossible, but it is rare.
You really
and
need to know what you're
I love
doing.
it when he says when you're doing a live action adaptation of something animated, you're already starting, you're like losing a point, you're losing a grade, you're stepping down.
You have to add points. You're behind the 8 ball. You have to work double time.
And he's so right.
Talkative Carl, thank you for the 50 bits. The sequel to the Murder on the Orient Express will come out in a month. Can you review the first film for NC? Murder on the Orient Express and Knives Out were the two best mystery/whodunit movies I've seen in the past couple of years.
Who's gonna watch it, kid?
Yeah, I don't think anyone's gonna tune in today. I did like it. I thought it was good.
Bernsey, thank you for the 50 bits. Have you seen any of the reviews by Minty's Cinematic Arts? I think he's an Aussie.
Not ringing a
Oh, yeah, no, I know who that is. He's got like his wall looks kind of like yours, only with more clutter.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, like I think he's got shades. No, his stuff's pretty good. It's kind of like very trivia oriented.
Yeah, he did one on Bed Knobs and Broomsticks because I love that movie, and it was cool hearing about all that.
Adam Grunther, thank you for the 50 bits. Which unusual animal would you rather have as a pet? Sebastian the rat from the Suicide Squad or Eagly, the eagle from Peacemaker?
I mean, I just like things that are more, furry. So I guess I'll go with the rat, even though there's not much fur left.
I'll go with the rat, but I haven't seen Peacemaker yet, so.
Peacemaker's eagle does hug him, so keep that in mind.
Hewlett fan, thank you for the 90 bits. Doug, will you ever go back to reviewing Adventure Time or any of its spin-offs? You kind of stopped in 2015. Also, Heather, what are your favorite girl shows growing up? Were you a brony back before it was a thing? Sailor Moon was my jam when I was a girl. When I was a girl. When I was a kid. When I was a kid. When I was a kid, Sailor Moon was my jam. That was like my girl show.
Oh, God, that's getting clipped.
What's the first part? Oh, Adventure Time. I just it's kind of the same thing as Steven Universe. Just too much came out, and I just became too busy. I do know how it ends, and it sounded like it was a satisfactory ending. Where with Steven Universe, it was one last movie and then like a whole season that was like an epilogue, which I really liked. And it was short, so I'm like, okay, I can wrap this up and finish this up, and I did really like that too. But I just don't think I'm gonna have time for Adventure Time, ironically.
But he enjoyed it when he was a boy.
I did, when I was a boy.
Bernsey, thank you for the 50 bits. In the Orville TV show, Norm Macdonald voices a gelatinous creature named Yefet. Seth MacFarlane has mentioned Yefet was named in honor of Yefet Koto, the actor who was in Midnight Run, was an alien, the one with a flamethrower, and was a Bond villain going up against Roger Moore. Whisper henchmen seem familiar. Very cool.
That's very cool.
Pat and Soa, thank you for the 50 bits. I know this is more Walter's arena, but have you thought about doing a Justice League month? Only 3 seasons, but I still feel it's up there with Batman and Superman, the animated series. Ask Walter.
He'll fill you in.
Yeah.
He won't stop.
Adam Grunter, thank you for the 50 bits. Which creepy snack mascot would win in a fight? The fun fruit trees or the have a cookie monster? The winner would go up against in a fight against Wilkins and die.
I guess I'll say the trees because we can at least see all of them. For all we know, the monster could have like this really big arm, but then like a really tiny body. Who knows?
I'm gonna go with the have a cookie monster because when all else fails, light the motherfucker on fire. So you just set that tree in flames and it goes down.
Sailor Aaron, thank you for the 150 bits. So for you 3, do you have a top 5 favorite anime voice actors / actresses from anime and cartoons? I am a fan of Steve Blum.
Steve Blum.
Yeah.
Johnny
I
Young
love
Bosch.
Laura Bailey. I mean, I'm sure there's more, but
I'd have to look at a list. Yeah.
I love
mean,
Scott
like,
McNeil. Yeah.
It's like there's so many that it's like saying what's your favorite movie, even though bad example. But like I don't know, what's your favorite comic
David
or something?
K.
It's like
Wendy.
Oh my gosh, Big Jack
I like
Films.
Wendy
I
Lee.
love David K. Wendy Lee, fantastic. I mean, there's just so many. They're very talented people.
I don't watch enough dubs too, so it's probably going to be a limited list.
Talkative Carl, thank you for the 50 bits. Doesn't Gahool sound like an owl sneezing? Gahool! God bless you.
Gahoo!
I still say a gulp, just go.
Bernsey, thank you for the 50 bits. Rob, you commented about shot or stabbed. Reminds me of Christopher Lee asking Peter Jackson, have you ever heard the sound a man makes?
Have you ever heard the sound a man makes when he gets stabbed in the back? They don't go, "Arg." They just gasp as the air escapes their lungs.
Pat and Soa, thank you for the 100 bits. So Fresh Prince is going to be a drama series. You know what? I'm out. Been bitching about these shitty Disney remakes since my girl forced me to see Beauty and the Beast, and now they're coming after one of my favorite childhood shows, Dishonor. Dishonor on all of Hollywood. Okay, listen, I have a hot take on this, okay? Walter and I have a hot take on this. This is all inspired by a quick YouTube trailer that someone put out years ago. And you know what? When that YouTube trailer came out, you know what all the comments said? Whoa, why can't this be a real series? Why can't this be a real series? And now it's a real series and y'all are like, fuck this. We never asked for it, but you did. You liars did. You asked for this. So don't tell me that you don't want it. When literally 3 years ago, or like when this trailer came out, you did ask for it. Hot take.
This person personally asked for it?
Well, no, they did. Like, people did. When this trailer came out, they were like, wow, this is so cool. Why can't we get a show like this? And now you are getting a show like this from the creator of that same YouTube short.
Oh, I didn't know the same person made the short as make it. That's
they are a part of the production team.
I love just being on the outside because I feel like Tommy Lee Jones in The Fugitive. I don't care.
Yeah. Mumrar, thank you for the 50 bits. Have you seen the Whoopi Goldberg movie A Night in Camelot? It's a Disney movie similar to Martin Lawrence's Black Knight. I think it would be a good riff material for Disneycember.
I've never heard of it.
No, I mean, and I thought I've heard of every shitty Whoopi Goldberg movie. I legit like Whoopi Goldberg, by the way, to a point where I know her shitty movie. Yeah, look at that. A Night in This was a Disney film? Huh, okay. I'll look into it.
We're probably going to have to speed round some of these questions here. Flame Reaper Man, thank you for the 50 bits. In regards to the weird logo in Alien vs. Predator, it appears at timestamp 12:29 in the review, and I know it wasn't just a weird glitch because it also appears at 4 minutes in your first viewing video.
Okay, I will check it out.
Talkative Carl, thank you for the 50 bits. Rob, I agree with that South Park Black Friday saga is my favorite South Park episode. I watch it almost every year. The scene with the Sony CEO was my biggest WTF moment. What about you?
Yeah, no, I think that's probably my favorite.
Sailor Aaron, thank you for the 200 bits. Heather, the marvelous Mrs. Maisel comes out. Season 4 is coming out February 18th. I'm so excited. Are you excited? Doug, you should definitely check it out. I highly recommend it. Well acted and lol funny. I'm very excited, Sailor Aaron. Yeah. I love Miss Maisel.
I saw the first season. I should continue it because I remember liking it fine, but it was like, it's so great, so I gotta see more of it.
Snake, thank you for that 23-month subscription. Welcome back. Hi, guys. I love all that you're doing. Keep up the amazing work and never stop.
Thank you.
Anu, thank you for the 50 bits. As an anime watcher, did you guys hear they make an anime spin-off of an American cartoon? And I'm talking an anime about Ben 10's cousin Gwen. Any thoughts?
I haven't seen Ben 10,
I never watched Ben 10. Yeah, sorry.
Adam Grunther, thank you for the 50 bits. Which James Gunn dance scene is funnier? Chris Pratt dancing to Come and Get Your Love in Guardians, or the Peacemaker intro where everyone is dancing with a straight face? Peacemaker intro.
Me too.
Love it. Bernsey,
I haven't seen it.
Thank you for the 50 bits. Someone who was on Batman that you don't say no to? Vincent Price!
Hell yeah!
Yes.
Kermit Wazowski, thank you for the 50 bits. Don't remember if I've asked this before or not, but did you name Chaplin or was that his name at the shelter?
We named his original name was Bamboo, and we're like, well, we're not doing that.
Bamboo? Weird.
Yeah, but Buster came with the name Buster, is how we knew we had to get him.
Maybe he has panda colors? That's the connection?
Maybe.
KP Kruk, thank you for the 50 bits. Suggestion for Was That Real and or Freak Show Cinema, The Weird Al Show.
I think I might have that on the list because I remember watching that. It'd be an interesting one to talk about.
I remember liking it back in the day.
Adam Grunther, thank you for the 50 bits. Do you think you'll do Rat Race for Freak Show Cinema?
I know that's a freak show.
Yeah, I do love that movie. But
yeah.
That Disney nerd, thank you for the 100 bits. I lied. This is my final question. Are you getting sick of directors telling stories about a person visiting a foreign place, learning about their culture, and then being accepted into that culture? Like Pocahontas, Ferngully, Avatar, Last Samurai, Dances with Wolves, etc.?
I mean, Dances with Wolves, I think, is the only one I liked the way they did. Even then, I didn't like the ending of that too much. I mean, if it's done well, but I haven't seen that
done well, it's one of the best ideas you can do because you get to learn about a different culture and see it from their point of view. So it's just, you got to do it right.
Sailor Aaron, thank you for the 300 bits. I really hope that you guys do in the future an Adult Swim special like you did with Toonami. I really loved your NC Toonami special. I would love for you to talk about animes that aired on that block and Adult Swim original shows.
I didn't watch that many of them. I did. I saw a number of the animes on that block. But...
Yeah.
No, but there's a guy who did a video. Captain Christian, spelled with K's. Captain Christian does this wonderful video about Adult Swim. Check it out. He does it better than I ever could.
All right, cool. KP Kruk, thank you for the 50 bits. For next Christmas, would you do a top 11 best Christmas Carol adaptations? And what are your top 3 favorite Scrooges?
I'd have to think about it. George C. Scott, Alastair Sims, I don't know. And Alan Young. I'll say that.
Flame Reaper Man, thank you for the 50 bits. Considering how you talk about your disappointment with the Rango review, any interest in increasing the time between video releases? Like instead of every week, every 2 weeks? You're doing more stuff lately, so no one would blame you.
No, because that's a rarity. Usually I have a pretty good idea what I want to do with something. That's a rarity where I kept switching it up. It kind of kept changing and going back and forth. If that keeps happening, then maybe I will. But this is kind of a rarity where that happens.
Talkative Carl, thank you for the 50 bits. Doug and Rob, what are your thoughts about the Disney Plus series based on Tim Allen's The Santa Claus?
I mean, I didn't get to the movies that much, so I don't know. We'll just see how they do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
KP Kruk, thank you for the 50 bits. Who would win in a fight between Wilkins and Metadog?
Boy, I don't know. Maybe we'll have to see.
They're very evenly matched. Yeah.
Let's get bat in the sun on that.
Anu, thank you for the 50 bits. When will we get a radical 80s cartoon review, kind of like you did with Disney Afternoon and Fox Kids? I mean, a cartoon series based on that children movie series Rambo and or RoboCop might get you think about it.
I do kind of remember RoboCop. I never did see the Rambo one. I don't know. We'll see.
Sailor Aaron, thank you for gifting that sub to J-Star. Appreciate that.
Thank you.
Talkative Carl, thank you for the 50 bits. Heather, I also loved Sailor Moon as a kid too. It was my first anime before I knew it was a thing. Sailor Mercury is still my waifu to this day. Maybe it was the blue hair that did it for me. Yeah, I mean, I loved Sailor Moon. I had some other animes that I watched before, like, I knew that anime was a thing, but yeah. Pat and Soa, thank you for the 50 bits. Did Heather just vouch for the YouTube comments? When and why did we start doing that? No, I'm not vouching for the YouTube comments. I'm just saying a lot of the same people who said I never asked for this literally actually did ask for this. You know what I mean? Like, the internet did actually ask for this. So even though you personally may not have asked for this, the internet did. So don't say that when the internet did. KP Crook, thank you for the 50 bits. Will you ever do another segment grading cartoon intros?
No, because it was a lot more work than I thought it would be. It was fun, but it took
funny
a lot more work.
I enjoyed the hell out of that. I would love to do it again, but
yeah, but it was surprisingly tougher than I thought.
Foilus, thank you for the 100 bits. Hey Doug, have you considered doing an editorial on director's cuts / extended editions of movies? Sometimes the extra content can really enhance or change a movie, like Justice League or Kingdom of Heaven.
I've thought about it. I thought about maybe doing a section comparing like the extra scenes that were taken out, like in a director's cut or something, but I don't know how much material I can get out of it, so I don't know yet.
Bernsey, thank you for the 50 bits. Good Whoopi Goldberg movie? Loaded Weapon! Whoopi has scenes with Tim Curry.
Oh, hell
Loaded
yeah.
Weapon, thing. Wilderness Girls.
Where is the microfilm? The what? The microfilm. The microfilm.
I have a soft spot for that movie.
Adam Grunther, thank you for the 50 bits. I have to know, what was your initial reaction to the Peacemaker intro like? Laughter.
Oh, yeah, I mean, I laughed. I wish I could be like, what? I didn't expect that. I didn't expect exactly that, but I'm like, it didn't surprise me, if that makes sense. But I did enjoy it.
Anu, thank you for the 50 bits. The most weird crossover ever is Noble Gundam, is a mix of Sailor Moon and Gundam. Of course, don't believe me, look it up. Mech for both boys and girls. Kind of? I'm not gonna get too much into Noble Gundam, but like, yes and no. It wasn't technically a magical girl series, but anyway. Hewlett fan, thank you for the 50 bits. Heather, even though I'm a guy, I also love Sailor Moon. It was such corny fun with such cute designs. Doug is insane for dismissing it like he did, uncultured swine. My thoughts on that?
That's not fair. He's more of a weasel.
Thank you. I did not dismiss it. I just mocked it. Big difference.
Jockscab, thank you for the 50 bits. When I hear Fresh Prince drama, I'm just imagining the theme song being read like a tragic backstory. Now, I will give you the first trailer for the Peacock series was not good because it did have the main character reading the lyrics of the the intro as like a backstory, and that wasn't great, but the newest trailer is not bad. I'll probably check it out, but
I mean, is it supposed to kind of be, I don't know, like what's the fucking Archie, Riverdale? Like, is it supposed to be kind of like Riverdale or like its own thing? I don't know. I didn't hate it as much as everyone else because these shows are kind of like, they kind of mock themselves already. But at the same time, I gotta see how they do it.
Yeah. Hewlett fan, thank you for the 50 bits. Who would you say is the most despicable movie villain of all time? For me, it's gotta be Nurse Ratched from Cuckoo's Nest. She's meant to be a kind nurse, yet is manipulative evil bitch. What about you?
Oh man,
Man,
that
let's-
asshole from In the Company of Men, Aaron Eckhart's character was.
Yeah, that's pretty
piece of
good.
work.
Yeah, either that or Frollo, I guess. Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I guess I can't
that's
really
good.
top either of those.
I mean, if we're going by death count, Palpatine and Vader, that's whole planets.
Anu, thank you for the 50 bits. Have to say that dress up like tuxedo. What? Have to say that dress up like tuxedo mask, or I'm just too hangover to remember how to get dressed. I'm sorry, I don't know if I understand what you're saying. I'm sorry.
Take a couple aspirin and go take a nap and
You're dressed
sleep it
fine.
off and
All right, we might be able to get to one or two highlighted, but
Alrighty.
like we only have a minute left. Game Fan asks, Doug, may I suggest a movie for you to watch and do an NC review on? Robots. It's a very good Blue Sky film from 2005. I remember watching it when I was 13.
No, but I will do a Disney December because I just found out Blue Sky is bought by Disney, so I'm gonna do the Blue Sky movies too.
of course it
Yeah.
is.
Of course it is.
Matt Gamer wants to know, who's older, Doug or Rob?
Yes, it's Rob.
It's me.
Heather's older than both of us.
By a good 2 years. Heather's actually in her 70s. We think she looks
I know.
great.
She's rocking it. So
I don't know what it is, but man.
Pat and Soa, thank you for the 100 bits. Just for you, Heather, I'm going to do my darndest to make sure either B-Movie 2 or a live-action remake be in a high demand. Haha, I kid. All in good fun. All in good fun. Sure. Jocks Cab, thank you for the 50 bits. I was joking! Well, I was not. The first trailer for the Peacock series does have a dramatic reading of the theme song. And I saw that, and that's when I was like, oh no. Burnsy, thank you for the 50 bits. Someone reading a song during a trailer? It would be cool if it was Charles Dance, the actor who was Tywin Lannister and the bad guy in Arnold's Last Action Hero.
There
I
you
mean,
go.
anything that guy says is gonna sound amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, well, I think that'll have to be our last one because it is 7:01.
Oh shit!
Yeah. Thank you all so much as usual for joining us here today. We would not be able to do this show without y'all. So we super appreciate you being here. Remember that we do have content here 6 days a week. Doug's gonna be back here tomorrow night. Malcolm will be here tomorrow afternoon. And then at Saturday we've got Awesome Comics and Coffee, and then we begin everything over again on Monday. So come on back, hang out with us. We love seeing you here. We hope you have a wonderful evening. Take care. See y'all later.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye. 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 Bye-bye. Goodbye. Goodbye. See you. Goodbye.